What you call being awake is but a focused concentration of your consciousness upon this physical world. In your waking state, you have accepted certain limitations as real. You have confined yourself to a body, to a specific location in space, to the linear progression of time. But when you sleep, these self-imposed limitations begin to dissolve. I tell you with absolute conviction that sleep is not a cessation of consciousness, but its liberation. In sleep, particularly in that state you call deep dreamless sleep, your consciousness returns to its original nature, pure, formless awareness. It merges with what I call the I am, that eternal aspect of yourself that existed before you assumed this fleshly garment, and will continue long after you have discarded it. Consider for a moment what happens in your dreams. In dreams, you create entire worlds without physical material. You construct buildings without bricks, experience journeys without movement, and engage in conversations without sound waves. In your dreams, you are the author, director, actor, and audience of your experiences. This creative power does not suddenly manifest when you dream. It is always yours. Sleep merely removes the veil that obscures this power during your waking hours. Now, I want you to truly grasp this fundamental law. Your consciousness is not something you possess, it is what you are. Consciousness is the only reality. Everything that you perceive, everything that you experience, exists within your consciousness. There is nothing outside of consciousness. When you understand this truth, you will realize that the question is not where your consciousness goes during sleep, but rather, where does it appear to go? The answer lies in understanding the nature of states. Your consciousness moves from state to state, never ceasing to be, never diminishing in its power. In your waking state, you occupy what I call a state of consciousness that corresponds to your concept of yourself and the world. In sleep, you temporarily vacate this state and move into other states. I want to share with you a personal experience that illustrates this truth. Years ago, while in deep meditation, I felt myself separated from my physical body. I was fully aware, more alive and alert than I had ever been in my so-called waking state. I experienced myself as pure consciousness, unbound by physical limitations. I could perceive multiple dimensions simultaneously. I could see events distant in space and time as if they were happening here and now. This was not a dream, my dear friends. It was an awakening to a higher dimension of my own being. What I experienced in that state of expanded awareness is what you experience every night when you sleep, though you may not retain the memory of it upon waking. During sleep, your consciousness is reunited with its source, the infinite creative power that some call God, but which I tell you is your own wonderful human imagination. The ancient scriptures tell us he gives to his beloved in sleep. This is not mere poetry. It is a revelation of cosmic law. In sleep, when your conscious mind relaxes grip on your concept of reality, your true self, your imagination, is free to commune with the infinite. It receives impressions and inspirations that later manifest in your waking experience. Have you not had the experience of falling asleep with a problem on your mind, only to wake with the solution fully formed? Have you not gone to bed confused about a decision, only to rise with perfect clarity? This is because during sleep, your consciousness transcends the limitations of your rational mind and accesses the wisdom of your higher self. Now let me reveal to you a secret practice by the ancient mystics and sages. You can consciously direct your consciousness before sleep to receive specific guidance or to manifest particular experiences in your waking world. This practice, which I call sleeping in the assumption, is perhaps the most powerful technique for harnessing the creative power of your imagination. As you prepare for sleep, enter a state of deep relaxation. Feel your body becoming heavy, surrendering to the bed beneath you. Then, imagine a scene that would imply the fulfillment of your desire. Make this scene as vivid and as real as you possibly can. Involve all your senses. If you desire wealth, feel the texture of the money in your hands. If you desire health, feel the lightness and vitality in your body. If you desire love, feel the warmth of embracing your beloved. Hold this imaginative scene until it takes on the feeling of reality. Then allow yourself to drift into sleep while maintaining this feeling, what happens next is nothing short of miraculous. Your consciousness, free from the constraints of waking awareness, will accept this imagined scene as an instruction. It will go to work rearranging the conditions and circumstances of your life to bring about the physical manifestation of your imagined reality. Remember the words of Job. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. Your consciousness in sleep is more receptive to suggestion than at any other time. It is in this state that the seeds of your future are planted. But there is an even deeper mystery to be explored regarding your consciousness during sleeps. When you enter deep, dreamless sleep, your individual consciousness merges with what the ancients called the cosmic consciousness. It is as though a drop of water returns to the ocean, becoming one with the vast expanse, yet without losing its essential nature as water. In this state, there is no separation between you and the rest of creation. The illusion of individuality, which is necessary for the experience of physical life, temporarily dissolves. You return to the awareness of your true identity as an individualized expression of the one universal consciousness. This is why deep sleep is so restorative. It is not merely your body that is being renewed, but your very being that is being refreshed at its source. Consider how you feel after a night of deep, untroubled sleep. You awaken with a sense of well-being, with renewed energy and clarity. This is because you have momentarily reunited with your source, with the infinite creative power that sustains all life. During deep sleep, you drink from the wellspring of creation itself. Now, this brings us to an important question. If your consciousness in sleep is so powerful, so unlimited, why do you not remember your experiences? Why do you wake with at most fragmented memories of dreams and no recollection of your communion with the infinite? The answer lies in the structure of your mind. Your conscious, rational mind operates within the limitations of physical existence. It is designed to help you navigate the three-dimensional world. It thinks in terms of time and space, cause and effect, past and future. But your deeper consciousness, what I call your imagination or your true self, transcends these limitations. It exists in a realm where all times and all possibilities are present simultaneously. When you sleep, your consciousness operates at this deeper level beyond the constraints of physical logic. Upon waking, your rational mind attempts to translate these transcendent experiences into terms it can understand. But this is like trying to describe a symphony to someone who has never heard sound, or explaining color to one born blind. The limitations of language and conceptual thinking cannot fully capture the unbounded nature of your sleep consciousness. But here is the extraordinary truth. Even though you may not consciously remember your sleep experiences, they continue to influence your waking life. The inspirations, the revelations, the creative solutions that seemingly come out of nowhere, these are the gifts your consciousness brings back from its nighttime journeys. Great artists, inventors, and scientists throughout history have attested to receiving their most profound insights during or immediately after sleep. The periodic table came to Nietzsche Mendeleev in a dream. The structure of the benzene molecule appeared to August Tickule in a dream of a snake biting its own tail. Mary Shelley conceived the idea of a Frankenstein in a vivid dream. These are not coincidences. They are examples of consciousness retrieving wisdom from beyond the limitations of the waking mind. I urge you to pay attention to the moments upon first awakening, that twilight state between sleeping and waking. In these precious moments, you may catch glimpses of where your consciousness has been, what it has learned, what it has created during the night. Keep a notebook by your bedside and record these impressions before they fade under the harsh light of fully waking rationality. Let me tell you another profound truth about your sleep consciousness. In that state, you are not bound by the concept of time as you know it in waking life. In sleep, your consciousness can move freely through what you perceive as past, present, and future. This is why prophetic dreams are possible. Your consciousness, unbound by temporal limitations, can perceive events that have not yet occurred in your physical experience. The Bible is filled with examples of prophetic dreams, Joseph's dreams that saved Egypt from famine, Daniel's interpretations of Nebuchadnezzar's dreams, Jacob's ladder reaching to heaven. These are not mere stories, they are revelations of the true nature of consciousness when freed from physical constraints. I have experienced this phenomenon myself. Many times I have dreamed of events that later occurred exactly as I had foreseen them. This is not some supernatural power. It is simply the natural ability of consciousness to perceive beyond the limitations of sequential time, when it is not focused on physical reality. Now let us explore another dimension of your sleep consciousness that is of immense practical value. During sleep, your consciousness continues to work on resolving the challenges and fulfilling the desires that occupy your waking thoughts. This is why the advice to sleep on it when facing a difficult decision is profoundly wise. When you review a problem or contemplate a desire before sleep, you are setting an intention for your sleep consciousness. You are, in essence, assigning it a task. Then, when you surrender to sleep, your unlimited consciousness, free from the doubts and limitations of your waking mind, goes to work on the solution. I have practiced this technique countless times with remarkable results. Before sleep, I clearly define what I want to know or achieve. I form it as a question or a statement of intention. Then I release it, confident that my deeper consciousness will provide the answer or manifest the desire. Upon waking, whether immediately or in the days that follow, the solution invariably appears, often in ways more creative and effective than my waking mind could have conceived. This practice works because your consciousness during sleep has access to what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, the vast repository of all human knowledge and possibility. Your individual consciousness is connected to this infinite field of information and potential, particularly during sleep, when the boundaries of your personal identity are more permeable. I tell you now with absolute certainty that your consciousness in sleep is creating your waking reality. Every night as you surrender to sleep, your true self, your imagination, is selecting from infinite possibilities the experiences you will encounter upon waking. This is not theory or speculation. It is a law as certain as gravity. Consider this. Have you not noticed that when you go to sleep angry or fearful, you tend to awaken to circumstances that justify those emotions? And when you fall asleep in a state of gratitude and joy, does not your waking experience reflect that state? This is because the state of consciousness you occupy as you fall asleep acts as a powerful suggestion to your creative mind. The great mystical traditions have always known this truth. In the Kabbalah, there is a teaching that the soul ascends to higher realms during sleep to be refreshed and instructed. In Hinduism, there is the concept of Turiya, the fourth state of consciousness beyond waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, a state of pure awareness that is the substrate of all other states. These traditions, though expressed in different symbolic languages, are pointing to the same reality. Your consciousness in sleep returns to its original, unlimited nature. Let me share with you a practice that will revolutionize your understanding of sleep consciousness. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, affirm to yourself, I will remember where my consciousness goes during sleep. I will maintain awareness throughout the night. Repeat this with conviction, feeling the truth of it. Do this consistently, and you will begin to experience lucid dreaming, the state in which you are fully aware that you are dreaming while the dream is in progress. In lucid dreaming, you discover firsthand that you are the creator of your experience. You can fly, walk through walls, transform objects with a thought, manifest any person or scenario instantly. These abilities are not new or acquired. They are the natural expression of your consciousness when it recognizes its true nature. And what is possible in lucid dreaming is possible in waking life, for both states exist within your consciousness. The implications of this understanding are vast and revolutionary. If your consciousness creates your entire experience during sleep without physical stimuli, and if consciousness itself is the only reality, then your waking experience is equally a creation of consciousness. The only difference is that in waking life, you have collectively agreed to certain limitations like gravity, linear time, and cause and effect that give structure to physical experience. But these limitations are not absolute. They are conventions, agreements within consciousness. This is why what you call miracles are possible. A miracle is simply an event that transcends the agreed upon limitations of physical experience. And such transcendence becomes increasingly available to you as you understand the true nature of your consciousness, particularly as revealed during sleep. Now let me address a question that may have arisen in your mind. If consciousness is creating all experience, why does it create suffering, limitation, or unpleasant circumstances? The answer lies in understanding that your creative power operates through dominant beliefs, feelings, and assumptions, many of which exist below the threshold of your waking awareness. During sleep, these subconscious patterns continue to exert their influence. If you hold beliefs of lack, unworthiness, or victimhood, even if you consciously affirm the opposite, these beliefs will shape your experiences both in dreams and upon waking. This is why self-awareness and the revision of limiting beliefs are essential components of conscious creation. The technique of revision, which I have taught for many years, is particularly effective when practiced before sleep. Review the events of your day that did not meet your ideal. Then, reimagine them as you would have preferred them to be. Feel the satisfaction and gratitude of experiencing these revised events. As you fall asleep holding these improved images, your sleep consciousness accepts them as instructions for future creation. This practice is not mere positive thinking or denial of reality. It is the active use of your imagination, your true self, to select from infinite possibilities the experiences you wish to manifest. And there is no more powerful time to impress these choices upon your creative consciousness than the moments before sleep. I want to emphasize a crucial point. Your consciousness during sleep is not separate from your waking consciousness. It is the same consciousness operating at different levels of awareness and under different conditions. The division between waking and sleeping is a convenience for discussing these states, but in truth, your consciousness is a continuum, always one, always whole. This understanding reveals the profound meaning behind the biblical statement, "I sleep, but my heart waketh." Even in sleep, the core of your being, your true self, your I am, remains awake and aware. It never sleeps, never ceases to create. Your physical body and conscious mind may rest, but your essential being continues its creative activity uninterrupted. Let me now reveal to you one of the most powerful applications of this knowledge. You can use the state immediately preceding sleep, the hypnagogic state, to consciously plant seeds in the fertile soil of your sleep consciousness. In this twilight state between waking and sleeping, your mind is highly receptive to suggestion. The critical, analytical faculty that often blocks new ideas during full wakefulness is relaxed. As you lie in bed, allowing your body to relax completely, maintain a gentle awareness. Do not strain to stay awake, but do not surrender completely to sleep. In this balanced state, impress upon your consciousness the feeling of your desire fulfilled. Do not merely visualize it. Feel it as real, as accomplished. Feel the gratitude, the satisfaction, the relief of having received what you desire. Hold this feeling as you drift into sleep. You need not maintain the specific image. The feeling alone is sufficient. Your sleep consciousness will take this feeling impression and work throughout the night to align circumstances and inspirations that will lead to. This practice, consistently applied, will transform your life in ways that will seem miraculous to those unaware of the law by which it operates. For you are not merely requesting or affirming what you desire. You are assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, which is the secret of all successful manifestation. I must address another aspect of your sleep consciousness that is often overlooked yet immensely significant. During sleep, particularly during the dream state, your consciousness processes and integrates your emotional experiences. Dreams serve as a psychological balancing mechanism, bringing to the surface unresolved emotions, unacknowledged desires, and unexpressed aspects of your being. This is why dreams often contain symbolic representations of your inner conflicts and desires. Your sleep consciousness communicates through the language of symbols, presenting in dramatic form the content of your psyche that needs integration. By paying attention to recurring dream themes and symbols, you gain invaluable insights into your own psychological landscape. But beyond this psychological function, your dreams reveal the fundamental creative process of consciousness itself. In dreams, you witness firsthand how consciousness creates experience through the power of attention and assumption. Whatever you focus upon in a dream immediately becomes your experience. Whatever you assume to be true in a dream instantly manifests as reality. This same law operates in your waking state, though its effects seem to unfold more gradually due to the constraints of physical manifestation. But the principle remains the same. Consciousness creates reality through attention and assumption. Your dreams are showing you, night after night, how creation works. Now let us explore the relationship between your sleep consciousness and what many traditions call the higher self or the oversoul. When you sleep, particularly in deep dreamless sleep, your individual consciousness merges with this higher aspect of your being. This is not a separate entity, but rather the more expanded, less limited version of your own consciousness. Think of it as the difference between a wave and the ocean. Your waking consciousness is like an individual wave. It has a distinct form and movement. Yet it is inseparable from the ocean. During sleep, particularly deep sleep, the wave surrenders its individual form and reunites with the ocean without ceasing to exist. It simply returns to its source and essence. In this reunion with your higher self during sleep, you receive guidance, healing, and a creative inspiration. The insights that seem to come out of the blue upon waking are often the gifts of this communion. Your higher self has access to all knowledge, all possibility, all creation. When you sleep, you drink from this infinite well. I urge you to approach sleep with reverence and intention. Do not waste this precious third of your life that you spend in sleep. Do not think of it merely as rest for the body, though it certainly serves that purpose as well. Recognize sleep as a sacred time of communion with your true self, a time of creative power and infinite possibility. Establish a ritual before sleep that honors this transition in consciousness. Clear your mind of the day's concerns through meditation or prayer. Forgive all who may have harmed or offended you. Release all resentment, anger, and fear. Enter sleep in a state of peace, gratitude, and loving expectation. As you do this consistently, you will begin to remember more of your sleep experiences. You will become increasingly conscious during the dream state. You may even experience what the mystics call conscious dreamless sleep awareness without content, pure being without objects of perception. In this state, you know yourself as the awareness in which all experience appears, the screen upon which the movie of life is projected. This state of pure awareness is your true nature. It is who you are beyond all roles, all identities, all limitations. In dreamless sleep, you return to this original nature without the distraction of sensory input or mental content. You rest in your own being, in the I am that has never changed and will never change, regardless of the infinite variety of experiences you may have. The masters of all authentic spiritual traditions have recognized the significance of this state. Jesus referred to it when he said, "I and my Father are one." Buddha pointed to it as nirvana. The Upanishads call it turiya, the fourth state beyond waking, dreaming, and sleeping. It is the foundation of all other states of consciousness, the background against which all experience appears. And here is the most liberating truth of all. This state of pure awareness, which you access in deep sleep, is always present. It is not created during sleep and destroyed upon waking. It is the constant reality of being. It is only that during waking hours your attention is so captivated by sensory experience and thought that you fail to notice this ever-present background of pure awareness. With practice, you can learn to maintain awareness of this true self, even while engaged in waking activities. This is the state of awakened consciousness that the great spiritual teachings point to. It is the recognition that you are not merely a body-mind experiencing consciousness. You are consciousness experiencing a body-mind. Let me suggest a practice that will help you bridge your sleep consciousness and your waking consciousness. Upon first awakening, before moving your body or engaging with the thoughts of the day, remain perfectly still. Notice the awareness that is present. Feel the sense of being that precedes all doing and thinking. This pure awareness, this I am, is what you experience in deep dreamless sleep. It is your true nature. Rest in this awareness for a few moments each morning, recognizing it as your essential self. Then carry this recognition with you throughout your day. When you find yourself caught up in the drama of everyday life, pause briefly and remember, I am the awareness in which this experience is appearing. I am not limited to this body, these thoughts, these circumstances. I am the infinite consciousness that has assumed this particular perspective for the purpose of this human experience. This practice will gradually transform your relationship with both your waking and sleeping states. You will begin to see that they are not fundamentally different. They are varying expressions of the same consciousness, your consciousness, moving through different dimensions of experience. The ancient teaching that life is a dream takes on new meaning in this life. Your night dreams and your waking life are both creations of consciousness. The only difference is the level of constraint you have accepted in each state. In dreams, you create with fewer limitations. In waking life, you create within the parameters you have accepted as physical reality. But these parameters are not fixed or absolute. As you awaken to your true nature as consciousness itself, you gain the power to transcend the limitations you once thought immutable. This is the true meaning of freedom, the true purpose of your journey through this human experience. Your consciousness during sleep reveals your creative power in its purest form. It shows you who you truly are beyond all conditioned identity. It reconnects you with the source of all being, all wisdom, all possibility. This is why sleep has been called the brother of death, not because it resembles non-existence, but because, like physical death, it temporarily liberates consciousness from identification with form. But unlike death, sleep offers this liberation, while still maintaining a connection to physical existence. It is a bridge between worlds, a daily opportunity to experience your multidimensional nature without permanently leaving your earthly expression. In this way, sleep is one of the greatest gifts of human experience, a regular reminder of your true identity as infinite consciousness. I tell you now with the conviction born of direct experience that as you learn to consciously direct your sleep consciousness, you will transform every aspect of your life. You will manifest your desires with increasing ease and speed. You will navigate challenges with wisdom beyond the capacity of your rational mind. You will experience levels of creativity, intuition, and spiritual connection that may now seem impossible. But beyond these practical benefits, you will awaken to the ultimate truth of your being. You are not merely a human having conscious experiences. You are consciousness itself having a human experience. This revelation is the purpose of your journey, the destination toward which all paths of authentic spiritual inquiry lead. Your consciousness does not go anywhere when you sleep. Rather, it returns to what it always has been: infinite, unbounded creative awareness. It releases the specific focus of physical perception and expands into its natural state of unlimited being. Then, upon waking, it once again assumes the limitations necessary for physical experience. Understanding this truth changes everything. It reveals that you are never trapped, never truly limited, never separate from the source of all creation. Even in your most confined waking moments, the infinity of your true nature is just a shift in awareness away. Sleep reminds you of this truth every night, offering not just rest for your body, but freedom for your soul. As you leave this gathering tonight, I challenge you to approach sleep with new awareness and intention. Recognize it not as unconsciousness, but as expanded consciousness. Use the moments before sleep as a time of creative power, impressing upon your sleep consciousness the state you wish to experience upon waking. Trust in the wisdom and creative power of your true self to bring about the manifestation of your desires. Remember always that the consciousness you experience during sleep is not separate from your waking consciousness. It is the same awareness functioning at different levels of expression. As you integrate these levels, as you build bridges between your sleeping and waking states, you come into the fullness of your creative power, the complete realization of your divine nature. Your journey through this human experience is a grand adventure in consciousness. Sleep is not an interruption of this adventure, but an essential component of it. In sleep, you remember who you truly are. In waking, you express this truth through the unique perspective of your individual being. Together, these rhythms of consciousness form the perfect whole of your existence. I leave you with this eternal truth. You are the dreamer, not the dream. You are the creator, not the creation. You are consciousness itself, exploring the infinite possibilities of its own nature through this magnificent dance of sleeping and waking, forgetting and remembering limitation and freedom. In recognizing this truth, you claim your birthright as a created being, unlimited by circumstance, unbounded by condition, free to choose from infinite possibilities the life you wish to experience. Go forth now in this knowledge. Allow sleep to be your teacher, your healer, your creative partner. Listen to the wisdom it offers. Honor the revelations it brings. And know with unshakable certainty that your consciousness, your true self, is eternal, infinite, and absolutely free. In that freedom lies your power, your purpose, and your ultimate fulfillment. And now, as we conclude our time together, I invite you to carry this understanding into your daily life, into your nightly sleep. Let it transform your relationship with both states of consciousness. Let it reveal to you the truth that has always been present, waiting only for your recognition. You are consciousness itself, the awareness in which all experience appears, the creator of all that you perceive. In this recognition is perfect freedom, perfect peace, perfect fulfillment of all that you desire. For consciousness is the only reality, and you are that consciousness now and forever.
Imagine this: you have a dream so big, so vivid, but the world around you tells you it's impossible. Friends, family, even strangers doubt your every move. What if I told you that your reality doesn't depend on their approval? In fact, it doesn't even rely on what's happening in the world around you. It only depends on you and the power of your own mind. Welcome to a deep dive into one of the most profound and life-changing teachings from Neville Goddard, a man whose ideas can change everything you know about manifesting your desires. In this video, you will learn how to embrace your imagination and harness it to shape the life you've always wanted, even if the odds are stacked against you. We'll uncover why your thoughts are more powerful than you realize, and how, even when everyone seems to be against you, there's a way to stay on track and manifest your dreams with unshakable confidence. But here's the catch: most people miss the key element that makes Neville's teaching so powerful. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about feeling the wish fulfilled as if it's already here. Stay with me until the end, and you'll uncover a technique that can make all the difference in manifesting your reality. Trust me, you'll be amazed at how simple it is to turn your dreams into your new reality. Welcome to our channel, Limitless Mindset, where we dive into the extraordinary power of the mind. If you're ready to tap into your potential and unlock the life you deserve, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. Before we talk about how you can start manifesting your desires, let's first understand the foundation of Neville Goddard's teachings. At the heart of his philosophy is something called the law of assumption. Simply put, this law suggests that whatever you assume to be true becomes true. Sounds too simple, right? But when you truly grasp the power of assumption, you realize it's the key to shaping your reality. Goddard believed that everything begins with consciousness. What you perceive in your mind is what you create in your world. He said that the outer world is simply a reflection of your inner thoughts and beliefs. If you believe something is impossible, then your experience will mirror that belief. But if you assume something is already yours, your reality will shift accordingly. He emphasized that consciousness, not physical circumstances, is the only real thing. The material world is just an extension of the mind. When you change your thoughts, your external world must follow. This is where the power of assumption really comes into play. It's about feeling as if what you desire has already been achieved. Most people spend their time focusing on what they can see, touch, or hear. But Goddard taught that the key to transforming your life lies in what's going on inside your mind. The world outside will always reflect your inner state. So, if you can change your mindset and assumptions, you can change everything. This isn't just positive thinking, it's about fully assuming the outcome you desire. When you do this, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of your desire, drawing it into your life in ways you may not even understand yet. It's not magic, it's a shift in consciousness. And it all starts with you. Before we talk about how to manifest even when the world seems to be against you, Let's first address a harsh reality. Facing opposition is part of the journey. When you start to pursue your dreams, you'll encounter doubt from others. People will question your vision, criticize your actions, and tell you that it's impossible. But this is exactly where Neville Goddard's teachings become powerful. Goddard suggested that the key to manifesting your desires, even in the face of opposition, lies in your ability to maintain a steadfast belief in your desired outcome. It doesn't matter what others say or how difficult things get. What matters is your unwavering confidence in the assumption that your desires are already on their way to you. He called this approach brazen impudence. What he meant by this was having a bold, unapologetic belief in your assumptions, no matter how things appear on the outside. Imagine walking into a room full of people telling you it's impossible, yet you stand there with the confidence of someone who already has what they want. You don't bend to the opinions or doubts of others. You remain firm in your belief, because you know that your inner reality is shaping the outer one. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that obstacles don't exist. It means staying true to the vision of your desire. Even if you're surrounded by negativity or opposition, Goddard's message is clear: what you assume, you create. The world will reflect your belief, but only if you hold firm to it. It doesn't matter how many people are against you or how many setbacks you face. If you remain confident, believing your desire is already fulfilled, the world will eventually bend to your will. That's the power of brazen impudence, the ability to trust in your assumptions and keep moving forward, regardless of the external challenges. Before we talk about how you can use specific techniques to start manifesting your desires, let's dive into 3 powerful exercises that Neville Goddard recommended to help you tap into your imagination and align your inner state with your goals. The first technique is the ladder technique. Before you fall asleep at night, close your eyes and imagine yourself climbing a ladder. This may sound simple, but it's a brilliant exercise that demonstrates the power of imagination. Visualize each step in vivid detail: how the rungs feel beneath your hands, the movement of your body, and the satisfaction of reaching the top. As you do this, you are training your mind to believe that the things you imagine are just as real as the world around you. By immersing yourself in this imagery, you begin to condition your subconscious mind to accept this reality, and soon enough, you'll begin to notice how it starts to shape your actual experiences. The second technique is the eavesdropping technique. In this exercise, you imagine overhearing a conversation where people are discussing your success. Picture them talking about how you achieved your dreams, the steps you took, and how impressed they are by your progress. This method helps you internalize the feeling of the wish fulfilled, which is the essence of manifestation. It shifts your focus from wishing for something to already feeling as though it's a part of your reality. This exercise is powerful because it not only aligns you with the feeling of success, but it also reinforces the belief that your desires are already in motion. Finally, we have the revision technique. This technique is all about changing the past in your mind to align with the future you want to create. It may sound strange, but by mentally revising past events, you can alter how you perceive them, and as a result, change how they influence your present and future. If something in your past has caused negative emotions or limiting beliefs, mentally revise it. Picture the event unfolding in a way that supports your desired outcome, and in doing so, you free yourself from the past's hold. This act of revision creates a new memory and ultimately a new reality. When you change how you see the past, you change the way you interact with the present, and that shapes your future. These techniques are not just exercises, they're methods that help you strengthen your assumption, align your inner state with your desires, and start manifesting the life you want. Before we talk about how to overcome negative manifestations, let's first address an important reality. Negative thoughts can be a powerful force that hinders your ability to manifest your desires. It's easy to get caught up in fear, doubt, and uncertainty, but Neville Goddard stressed that these negative thoughts are the very things that block the flow of your manifestations. Goddard believed that what you focus on, you attract. So when you entertain negative thoughts, you are, in essence, inviting more of what you don't want into your life. If you constantly worry about failure or dwell on obstacles, you are subconsciously aligning with those outcomes, and they become your reality. It's a cycle that keeps repeating itself until you break the pattern. That's why Goddard emphasized the importance of focusing on positive assumptions and feelings. He taught that instead of obsessing over what could go wrong, you should assume that everything is working in your favor. The key is to shift your attention to what you want, not what you fear. By doing so, you reprogram your subconscious mind and create a new reality that aligns with your desires. This doesn't mean you should ignore reality or pretend that challenges don't exist. It simply means that you choose to focus on the positive aspects of your situation, assuming that the outcome you want is already on its way. You must train your mind to believe that your desires are inevitable, and in doing so, you stop attracting the negativity that once held you back. Goddard also taught that feelings are crucial in the manifestation process. It's not enough to simply think positively. You need to feel the emotions of your desired outcome as if it has already happened. When you align your thoughts and feelings with your desires, you create a powerful vibration that attracts those outcomes into your life. By focusing on positive assumptions and feelings, you break free from the cycle of negative manifestation. You begin to see the world through the lens of possibility, and in doing so, you invite more of what you truly want into your reality. In conclusion, by embracing Neville Goddard's powerful principles and techniques, you can begin to manifest your deepest desires, no matter how much opposition you face. The key is unwavering belief and fully assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as if it's already yours. When you align your thoughts and emotions with your desired reality, you unlock the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and share it with anyone who could benefit from these life-changing teachings. And make sure to subscribe to our channel, Limitless Mindset, for more videos on how to tap into your true potential and transform your life. Thanks for watching. Imagine having the power to shape your reality, to manifest anything you desire, simply by saying 2 words. What if I told you these words have the ability to unlock doors to a life of abundance, success, and happiness? Sounds too good to be true, right? But it's not. Today we're diving deep into the teachings of Neville Goddard, a man who understood the extraordinary power of our words and thoughts. For decades, Neville Goddard has been a guiding light for those who want to tap into their limitless potential. He believed that your imagination, combined with the right words, can bend reality to your will. And today we'll reveal 2 simple but incredibly powerful words that he claimed are the key to manifesting whatever you want. These 2 words are more than just a phrase. They are a tool that, when used correctly, can turn your dreams into your reality. But here's the catch. You must never speak them out loud to others. Why? We'll uncover that mystery in just a moment. In this video, you will learn exactly how these 2 words can change your life, how to use them, and why keeping them private is so crucial to your success. We'll also explore how Neville Goddard's teachings can help you harness the full potential of your mind and create the life you've always wanted. So stick with me until the end, because the power to transform your life is just a few words away, and you won't want to miss how this simple practice can lead to the most amazing results. Welcome to Limitless Mindset. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of manifestation, hit that subscribe button and join us on this transformative journey. Let's dive in. Before we talk about the 2 powerful words that can transform your life, let's take a moment to understand the man behind these teachings. Neville Goddard was not just a teacher, but a visionary whose insights into the mind and reality have influenced thousands of people around the world. Born in Barbados in 1905, Neville Goddard started his journey in the world of spiritual philosophy at a young age. His fascination with the power of the mind led him to explore deep truths about human consciousness and the nature of reality. He wasn't your typical spiritual teacher. In fact, his approach was rooted in practicality and direct experience. Neville Goddard believed that the power to create your desired reality existed within each of us, and that imagination was the key to unlocking it. He saw the mind as a tool that, when used correctly, could shape the world around us. His most significant contribution to the philosophy of manifestation was his emphasis on feeling and imagination as the foundation of creating change. What made Neville's teaching stand out was his insistence that the world we experience is a reflection of our inner thoughts and beliefs. According to Neville, we are not victims of our circumstances. Instead, we are the creators of our own reality, and our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs play a vital role in shaping it. He introduced the idea that by imagining a desired outcome with intense feeling, you could bring that outcome into your life. This concept became known as the law of assumption. Neville's teachings went beyond simply repeating affirmations or positive thinking. He advocated for the use of imagination in a deep, meditative way as a tool to feel as though your desire has already been fulfilled. The more real the feeling, the more quickly the manifestation would come into your reality. His influence didn't end with his books or lectures. People who applied his methods reported remarkable transformations in their lives, finding love, wealth, success, and happiness, all by changing their inner world first. Neville Goddard's teachings have resonated across generations, and his ideas continue to inspire those seeking a more empowered and intentional way of living. Now that we have an understanding of Neville Goddard's foundational principles, it's time to delve into one of his most powerful teachings, the 2 words that can change your life. Before we talk about the 2 words that can help you manifest anything you desire, it's important to understand the power of words themselves. Words are more than just sounds or symbols. They are carriers of energy and intention. When we speak, we are not just expressing thoughts, but we are actively shaping our reality. Every word we utter sends out a vibration into the universe, creating an energetic imprint that influences the world around us. Think about it. When you say something positive, like "I am confident," you're sending out an affirmation of your confidence. In the same way, if you say something negative, like "I am not good enough," you're aligning yourself with feelings of inadequacy. Words are incredibly powerful tools that connect our inner world to the external world. What we say repeatedly can have a direct impact on what we experience. This is why Neville Goddard emphasized the importance of choosing your words carefully. According to him, the words we speak are a direct reflection of our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. When you use words like "I am," you are affirming your identity and your reality. These words are not just empty phrases. They carry the vibration of your beliefs, and when spoken with conviction, they begin to shape your experiences. Affirmations, as Neville taught, are one of the most effective ways to manifest desires. But affirmations are not just about repeating words mindlessly. They must be coupled with deep feeling and belief. Simply saying, "I am successful," isn't enough if you don't truly believe it or feel it in your core. The key to their effectiveness lies in the emotional charge that accompanies them. When you speak affirmations with genuine feeling, you align your energy with the reality you wish to create. Affirmations act as reminders to our subconscious mind of what we truly desire. By repeating positive statements, we begin to reprogram our subconscious beliefs, shifting our mindset, and ultimately changing our reality. This process is what makes manifestation possible. Every time you affirm a belief, you are reinforcing the energy of that belief and attracting it into your life. As we move forward, keep in mind how powerful the words we speak can be. The next step is understanding which words, when used in a specific way, can open the door to a new reality. Before we talk about how to use the 2 words to manifest your desires, let's dive into what those 2 words are. The 2 words that can change your life are I am. Simple, yet profoundly powerful, these words are at the core of Neville Goddard's teachings on manifestation. I am is not just a phrase, it's a statement of existence, a declaration of who you are and what you are capable of. In Neville's view, the words I am are a direct link to your inner power and your ability to shape your reality. When you say I am, you are calling forth the essence of your being. You are making a bold claim about your identity and your place in the world. These 2 words carry incredible weight because they connect you to your higher self, to your full potential. The reason I am is so powerful in Neville's teachings is because it is rooted in the present moment. It's not about wishing for something in the future or dwelling on something in the past. I am is a statement that acknowledges what is true right now. When you say I am, you are asserting that what you desire is already happening. This is the essence of Neville's philosophy, living in the end result of your desire. By affirming I am statements, you step into the version of yourself that has already achieved what you want, aligning your energy with that reality. The power of these words lies in their simplicity. When you say I am, you're not just speaking words. You're invoking a powerful vibration that resonates throughout your being. Each time you say I am, you are creating a new version of yourself, one that aligns with the life you wish to live. This is why Neville stressed the importance of using I am with deep feeling and belief. When combined with intense emotion, these words become the foundation for manifestation. In Neville's teachings, I am is not just a passive affirmation. It is an active force that molds your reality. It's a tool for creating the life you want, a way to bring your desires into physical form. By consistently using I am statements, you align yourself with the power of creation, shaping the world around you in ways that align with your highest vision. Now that we've explored the significance of I am, it's time to see how you can use these words in your own life to manifest anything you desire. Begin. Before we talk about how to use I am for manifestation, it's important to understand how to form these powerful statements. The key to using I am effectively lies in ensuring that the statements you make are clear, positive, and aligned with what you truly desire. The words you choose must be a reflection of the reality you want to create, and they must resonate with the emotions you want to experience. The first step in forming your I am statements is to ensure they are in the present tense. I am is a declaration of what is happening right now. When you say, I am successful, you are not just hoping for success in the future. You are claiming that success is already yours. This sends a strong signal to your subconscious mind that the reality you desire is not something distant, but something that is unfolding in the present moment. The present tense is essential because it connects you to the feeling of already having achieved your desire. Next, your I am statements must be positive. Avoid words that carry negative connotations or limit your potential. For example, instead of saying, I am no longer poor, phrase it as, I am abundant. The positive affirmation carries a powerful energy that aligns with your goals. Words like abundant, healthy, and successful are all loaded with positive vibrations, which help shift your energy towards the life you want to manifest. I am statements should also be specific and detailed. General statements like, I am happy are good, but the more specific you can be, the more focused your energy becomes. Instead of saying, I am happy, say, I am successful in my career, or I am in perfect health. The more specific your statement, the more your subconscious mind can work towards making that reality a tangible part of your life. For example, saying, I am successful doesn't just mean you're successful in any general sense. It can mean you are successful in your career, relationships, finances, or personal growth. I am healthy could mean vibrant health, free from illness, or achieving a certain fitness goal. I am abundant could mean abundance in wealth, opportunities, or love. The key is to focus on the area of your life where you want to see change. When you say your I am statements, do so with deep belief. It's not just about repeating words. It's about feeling as though you are already experiencing the reality you desire. The more you can feel the truth of your affirmation, the quicker it will manifest. First, now that you understand how to form powerful I am statements, it's time to start using them in your daily life. Each time you say them, make sure you're fully present, fully believing and fully embracing the reality you're creating. Before we talk about why secrecy is so important when using I am statements, it's essential to understand the power of keeping your affirmations to yourself. When you begin practicing manifestation, especially with something as potent as I am, it's not just the words that matter, but also the energy and belief you invest in them. Speaking your affirmations aloud to others may invite unwanted opinions, doubts, and skepticism, which can weaken their power. The first reason to keep your affirmations private is that they are deeply personal. When you're working to manifest a new reality, you're aligning your inner world with something you want to create in your outer world. Sharing this process with others can expose your desires to judgment, either from people who don't understand the process or from those who may have negative energy or disbelief. This external influence can disrupt the energetic flow you are building internally. By keeping your affirmations to yourself, you protect the fragile state of your intentions and give them the space they need to grow and manifest without interference. Additionally, external skepticism can directly affect your belief in your own affirmations. The moment you share your desires with someone who doubts or questions them, it plants a seed of doubt in your own mind. This makes it harder for you to hold the strong, unwavering belief necessary to manifest your goals. Manifestation is a deeply personal process, and the foundation of it lies in the unwavering belief that what you desire is already yours. If others voice their skepticism, it can weaken that belief and slow down the manifestation process. Keeping your affirmations private also allows you to cultivate and strengthen your own confidence. As you repeat your I am statements and believe in them with all your heart, you are building a powerful mental and emotional foundation. The more you trust in your own words and maintain your focus on what you want to create, the stronger your ability to manifest becomes. This personal belief is what keeps your energy aligned with your desires, and the more you maintain that energy, the quicker you will see results. By choosing not to share your affirmations, you also remove any pressure to explain or justify your desires to others. You don't have to explain why you want what you want or how you plan to achieve it. It's enough that you believe in the process and stay focused on your inner vision. The secrecy around your affirmations allows you to protect your energy, nurture your belief, and remain in alignment with your goals without the distraction of external opinions. Before we talk about the practical steps to implement the I am technique, it's important to establish a routine that helps you stay consistent and focused on your manifestations. The key to success lies in daily practices, consistency, and a deep belief in the process. By incorporating I am statements into your life regularly, you begin to build a new reality, step by step. The first step is to make your I am statements a daily practice. Set aside a few moments each day, preferably in the morning, when your mind is clear, to speak your affirmations aloud or quietly in your mind. As you say them, focus on the meaning behind each word. For example, if you are affirming, "I am abundant," truly feel the abundance in your life right now. Allow yourself to experience the emotions that come with this affirmation, whether it's excitement, gratitude, or peace. Love. This practice helps to condition your subconscious mind to accept these new beliefs as truths. Another powerful way to implement your I am statements is through visualization. This technique amplifies the power of your words by adding a vivid mental picture to your affirmations. After stating your I am affirmation, close your eyes and imagine yourself already living in the reality you desire. See yourself achieving your goals, feeling the emotions of success, abundance, or health. For example, if you are affirming "I am successful," visualize yourself living the life of success. Whether it's thriving in your career, achieving personal goals, or enjoying financial freedom. The more vivid and real you can make this visualization, the more your mind will believe it is possible. Consistency is key. The more regularly you practice your I am statements, the stronger their impact will be. Try to incorporate them into every part of your day. You can say them in the morning, before bed, or even during routine activities like commuting or exercising. The key is repetition. The more you repeat your affirmations, the more your subconscious mind will absorb them and align your external world with your inner beliefs. Faith in the process is just as important as the practice itself. Manifestation takes time, and it's easy to get discouraged if results don't come immediately. But the power of I am statements lies in your ability to trust the process and remain steadfast. Every time you repeat your affirmations, you are strengthening the belief that your desired reality is on its way. Stay patient, stay focused, and continue to practice daily. The more consistent you are, the more you will notice changes happening in your life. Before we talk about how to apply the I am technique in your own life, let's take a look at some real-life success stories that demonstrate the power of these simple words. People from all walks of life have used I am affirmations to transform their realities, and their experiences offer incredible insights into how effective this technique can be when used consistently. One inspiring example comes from a woman named Sarah, who struggled with self-doubt and anxiety for years. She had dreams of becoming an entrepreneur, but felt overwhelmed by fear and uncertainty. After learning about the power of I am statements, Sarah decided to give it a try. She began affirming every day, "I am confident and I am capable of achieving my dreams." At first it felt awkward, and she didn't see any immediate changes. But Sarah continued her practice, speaking these words with more belief and emotion each day. Over time, she noticed a shift in her mindset. She felt more confident in her abilities and took steps toward launching her own business. Within months, Sarah's small business took off, and she realized that the affirmation, "I am capable," had become a core belief that fueled her success. Another example is Mark, a man who had long struggled with his finances. Despite working hard, he felt stuck in a cycle of financial struggle. After hearing about Neville Goddard's teachings, Mark decided to start affirming, "I am abundant," and "I am worthy of financial prosperity." At first, his financial situation didn't change drastically, but he began to notice opportunities he hadn't seen before. He took risks he wouldn't have considered previously, and slowly, his financial situation began to improve. Mark's story illustrates how the consistent use of I am statements can help shift your mindset to recognize and seize opportunities that align with your desires. There's also Emily, who used I am affirmations to improve her health. Emily had been dealing with chronic pain for years, and doctors were unable to provide a long-term solution. She decided to incorporate the affirmation, "I am healthy," into her daily routine, alongside visualization techniques. Within weeks, she noticed her pain subsiding, and over time, her health dramatically improved. Emily's story is a testament to the power of belief and the body's ability to heal when the mind aligns with positive, empowering affirmations. These success stories show that the I am technique can truly create lasting change. Whether it's achieving personal goals, improving health, or manifesting financial abundance, the power of these two simple words can have a profound impact on your life. In conclusion, the power of I am statements is undeniable. These two simple words hold the key to transforming your reality by aligning your inner thoughts with your outer experiences. By consistently affirming positive beliefs about yourself, you are sending a clear message to your subconscious mind, reshaping your world one thought at a time. Whether you're seeking success, health, abundance, or happiness, I am statements can help you manifest the life you desire. Now it's time for you to take action. Start incorporating I am statements into your daily routine and watch how your life begins to shift. Remember, consistency, belief, and feeling are the driving forces behind manifestation. Don't just say the words. Feel them, believe them, and live as if they are already true. We'd love to hear about your experiences with this powerful technique. Share your journey in the comments below and let us know how I am statements have impacted your life. Your story could inspire others to start their own path to manifestation. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, Limitless Mindset, for more transformative content like this. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on powerful insights that can help you unlock your full potential. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on your journey toward manifesting your dreams. Have you ever wondered if there's a hidden key to unlocking massive wealth, something so simple yet so powerful that it could change your life forever? Imagine manifesting large sums of money effortlessly just by using the power of your mind. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But what if I told you that this technique has been proven time and time again by those who truly understand its potential? Stay with us, because in this video we're diving deep into the secrets of Neville Goddard, a man whose teachings have inspired millions to manifest their wildest dreams. Neville Goddard wasn't just a teacher, he was a revolutionary thinker who uncovered profound truths about the universe and our role in shaping it. Unlike others, he focused not on wishful thinking, but on the transformative power of imagination and feeling. What you're about to learn isn't just theory, it's a practical, step-by-step guide that can help you attract wealth like never before. In today's video, we'll reveal a specific technique from Neville's teachings. This method has helped countless people shift their reality, often in ways they never thought possible. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to apply it, avoid common mistakes, and start manifesting money effortlessly. But here's the twist. This isn't just about money, it's about rewiring your mind to live the abundant life you deserve. So, if you're ready to uncover the secret to financial freedom and tap into the limitless power of your mind, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Limitless Mindset. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of dreamers and doers. Let's unlock your potential together. Before we talk about the specific technique Neville Goddard shared, let's take a moment to understand the foundation. It's built on the law of attraction. This isn't just a buzzword, it's a profound principle that has shaped the lives of countless individuals throughout history. At its core, the law of attraction is based on a simple yet transformative idea: like attracts like. Whatever you focus your energy on, whether positive or negative, will find its way into your life. Imagine your mind as a powerful magnet. The thoughts you think and the emotions you feel send out signals, like invisible waves, into the universe. These signals draw back experiences, people, and circumstances that resonate with your energy. If you're constantly worrying about debt or feeling anxious about money, you're unknowingly attracting more of those situations into your life. On the other hand, if you focus on abundance, gratitude, and wealth, you start to align yourself with opportunities and events that bring those into your reality. What makes this concept so fascinating is how it goes beyond mere positive thinking. It's not about saying, "I want money," and hoping it shows up. It's about feeling as though you already have it. When your mind and heart are in harmony, believing in your wealth as if it's already real, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match that belief. Neville Goddard took this concept even further. He believed that your imagination is the most powerful tool you possess. To him, imagining something vividly, with all the senses, wasn't just a mental exercise, it was a creative act. When you feel the reality of your desire in your mind, you're planting a seed that must eventually grow. This connection between thoughts, emotions, and reality is the essence of the law of attraction. It's not magic, it's about shifting your internal world to create changes in the external one. Every thought and feeling you entertain carries energy, and that energy shapes the life you experience. Understanding this principle is crucial because it lays the groundwork for the technique we're about to explore. It's this alignment of thoughts and emotions that makes Neville's method so effective and so life-changing. Before we talk about the practical steps to manifest wealth using Neville Goddard's teachings, let's dive deeper into his unique philosophy. Neville's ideas are not just about wishful thinking or superficial optimism. They are rooted in the profound understanding of how the human mind shapes reality. At the heart of his teachings lies a powerful concept. The imagination is not just a tool, it's the very force that creates your world. Goddard believed that everything you see, experience, and feel in your external life originates from within. Your imagination, he taught, is the creative power that gives form to your desires. But it's not enough to simply imagine a goal or outcome, you must assume it to be true. This is where Neville's philosophy becomes transformative. He introduced the idea of living in the end, which means mentally and emotionally stepping into the version of yourself that already has what you desire. For example, if your goal is to manifest wealth, you don't just dream of money or wish for it. Instead, you feel as though you're already wealthy. You imagine scenarios that reflect this reality, such as checking your bank account and seeing an abundance of funds or experiencing the joy of financial freedom. In these moments, you immerse yourself completely in the feeling of having achieved your desire. This feeling is the secret ingredient that bridges the gap between imagination and manifestation. Neville was adamant about one thing: it's not the words you say or the actions you take that matter most. It's the feelings you cultivate within yourself. He famously stated, "Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and observe the route your attention follows." To him, the feeling was the seed, and once planted, it would inevitably grow into physical reality. This philosophy flips conventional thinking on its head. Instead of chasing your desires outwardly, Neville taught that you must first embody them inwardly. By assuming the reality of your wish fulfilled, you align your subconscious mind with your desire. This alignment sets into motion the unseen forces that bring your vision to life. Neville's teachings are a call to recognize the power within and to use that power intentionally. They remind us that imagination, when combined with feeling and belief, can transform our lives in extraordinary ways. Before we talk about how this technique can transform your financial reality, let's understand the core principle behind it. Feeling is the secret. This is one of Neville Goddard's most groundbreaking teachings. At its heart is the idea that feelings, not thoughts alone, are the driving force of creation. While imagination sets the stage, it's the emotions you attach to your vision that bring it to life. The technique is simple but profoundly effective. It begins with imagining a scenario that reflects your desired outcome. Let's say you want to manifest large sums of money. Instead of focusing on the how, you create a mental scene that implies your desire has already been fulfilled. For example, you might picture yourself holding a check with a large sum written on it, feeling the smooth paper in your hands and the excitement bubbling up inside you. Or perhaps you imagine logging into your bank account and seeing a balance that exceeds your wildest dreams. The key here isn't just to visualize, but to feel as if it's real. Your imagination must be vivid, so vivid that it engages your senses. Hear the sound of the bank app notification. See the numbers on the screen. Feel the surge of relief, joy, and gratitude as if it's happening in this very moment. These emotions are what give your vision power. Neville emphasized that your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you immerse yourself in the feeling of already having your desire, your subconscious accepts it as true. From there, it begins to influence your thoughts, actions, and circumstances in ways that align with this new reality. Another crucial element is consistency. This isn't a one-time exercise. Make it a nightly ritual, especially as you're drifting off to sleep. Neville called this the state akin to sleep. A drowsy, relaxed state where your conscious mind quiets down, allowing your subconscious to absorb your imagined reality without resistance. The beauty of this technique lies in its simplicity. There's no need for complicated steps or external tools. All you need is your imagination, your emotions, and a willingness to believe in the power within you. It's about embodying the version of yourself who already has what you desire, creating a magnetic force that pulls your vision into reality. Before we talk about how this practice can reshape your reality, let's walk through the exact steps to applying Neville Goddard's technique. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about creating a routine that engages your mind and emotions on a deep level. By following these steps consistently, you can manifest the financial abundance you desire. The first step is simple but essential. Find a quiet place to relax. Choose a spot where you can be alone and free from distractions. This step isn't just about physical stillness, it's about calming your mind and preparing yourself to focus fully. Take a few deep breaths, let go of any tension, and settle into a comfortable state. Relaxation is the doorway to your imagination. Next, clearly define the amount of money you wish to manifest. Be specific. Don't just say, "I want to be rich." Instead, set a clear intention, like, "I want to manifest $50,000. The more precise you are, the easier it becomes to create a vivid mental image. This clarity gives your mind a target to focus on, making your practice more effective. Once you've defined your goal, it's time for the most crucial part: visualization. Picture a scene that implies you already have the money. Maybe you're holding a check with your name on it, showing the exact amount you desire. Or perhaps you're looking at your bank statement and seeing the updated balance. Choose a scenario that feels natural and believable to you. But here's the key: it's not enough to just see the image, you must immerse yourself in the feelings it evokes. Feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude as though it's happening now. Imagine how your life has changed and let those emotions wash over you. This emotional connection is the fuel that powers the manifestation process. Finally, make this practice a daily ritual. The best time to do it is right before sleep, when your mind is most receptive. In this relaxed state, your subconscious is more likely to accept your imagined reality as truth. Repeat this process consistently, and watch as the universe begins to align with your intentions. This step-by-step guide is your roadmap to turning imagination into reality. By committing to these actions, you're setting the stage for financial abundance to flow into your life. Before we talk about how this technique can work for you, let's take a look at some real-life success stories from people who have applied Neville Goddard's teachings and witnessed extraordinary results. These examples aren't just inspiring, they're proof that this method works when practiced with faith and consistency. One practitioner shared their story on Reddit about how they used this technique to manifest an unexpected financial windfall. They began by visualizing themselves receiving a large sum of money, focusing on the joy and gratitude they would feel. They imagined checking their account and seeing the exact figure they wanted. Within days, they received a completely unexpected bonus from work, an amount almost identical to what they had visualized. Another story comes from an entrepreneur who struggled with stagnant sales in their business. Frustrated but hopeful, they decided to apply Neville's method. Each night before sleep, they vividly imagined receiving an email notification of a new sale, feeling the excitement and relief as if it were real. They also practiced gratitude, thanking the universe as though their business was already thriving. Within 2 weeks, their sales tripled. They described this surge in business as unexplainable except through the lens of manifestation. One of the most remarkable stories involves a woman who desperately needed money to pay off medical bills. She committed to Neville's teachings, visualizing herself debt-free and feeling immense relief and gratitude. Not long after, she won a local raffle with a cash prize that covered her outstanding expenses almost to the dollar. She credited this win entirely to her focused imagination and unwavering belief. These success stories highlight a common theme: results often come in unexpected ways. The universe doesn't always deliver in the way you anticipate, but when you align your feelings with your desires, opportunities start to present themselves. Whether it's an unexpected raise, a surge in sales, or even a chance encounter leading to financial gain, the possibilities are endless. Hearing these stories reminds us that this technique is more than just a concept. It's a practice that has worked for countless individuals from all walks of life. If they can achieve such results, so can you if you commit to the process with trust and persistence. Before we talk about the rewards of manifesting wealth, it's crucial to address some common pitfalls that people encounter when applying Neville Goddard's technique. These obstacles can block your progress, but the good news is that they're entirely avoidable once you understand them. Let's explore what can go wrong and how to stay on track. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating this practice as a mechanical routine. Simply repeating visualizations or affirmations without genuine emotion won't produce results. Neville emphasized that feeling is the secret for a reason. The subconscious mind responds to emotion, not empty words or robotic actions. For example, imagining a large bank balance while feeling indifferent or doubtful sends mixed signals to the universe. Instead, immerse yourself in emotions like joy, gratitude, and excitement. These feelings fuel your intention and make it magnetic. Another common pitfall is allowing doubt to creep in. Doubts act like weeds in the garden of your mind, choking the seeds of your desire before they can grow. Thoughts like, what if this doesn't work? Or maybe this is just wishful thinking can disrupt the process. The subconscious mind mirrors what you believe, so if you harbor skepticism, you'll manifest a reality that reflects it. The solution is to stay committed to your vision and remind yourself that persistence pays off. Negative thinking is another trap that can derail your progress. Dwelling on fears, worries, or past failures lowers your vibration and attracts more of the same. If you catch yourself in a negative spiral, don't panic. Instead, redirect your focus to something positive, even if it's unrelated to money. Gratitude is a powerful antidote. Spend a few moments appreciating what you already have, and you'll shift your energy to one of abundance. Consistency is also a key factor. Many people give up too soon, expecting instant results. While some manifestations happen quickly, others require time to align with your reality. Trust the process and continue to embody the feelings of your desired outcome, even if you don't see immediate changes. By avoiding these pitfalls and focusing on genuine emotion, unwavering belief, and persistent practice, you'll stay aligned with your goal. Remember, manifestation is as much about maintaining the right mindset as it is about visualizing the outcome. In conclusion, we've explored the transformative teachings of Neville Goddard and how his powerful techniques can help you manifest large sums of money. From understanding the law of attraction to harnessing the power of your imagination and emotions, we've covered the key steps to align your inner world with your desires. We've also shared inspiring real-life success stories and discussed common pitfalls to avoid so you can stay on the path to financial abundance. The most important takeaway is this: consistency and belief are your greatest allies. This isn't just a one-time exercise, it's a lifestyle shift. By committing to these practices and immersing yourself in the feelings of your wish fulfilled, You're not just hoping for a better reality, you're creating it. As Neville Goddard said, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and observe the route that your attention follows. This quote reminds us that when we embody our desires with conviction, the universe will respond in ways we might never expect. So why wait? Start applying this technique today and take control of your financial destiny. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could benefit from these life-changing insights. Don't forget to subscribe to Limitless Mindset for more empowering content like this. Together, let's unlock the potential of our minds and manifest the lives we truly deserve. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
What it truly means when we say, everyone leaves on the surface, it may appear to be a statement of abandonment, of loss of inevitable solitude. But I tell you, it is a statement of profound truth about the nature of our reality and our journey through this world. You see, in this world of Caesar, in this realm of shadows and reflections, people come and go. Relationships form and dissolve. Even the most steadfast companions will, at some point, depart, if not through choice, then through the natural course of life and death. This is the way of the world we perceive with our physical senses. But I am here to remind you of a greater truth. You are never truly alone, for you are one with the divine, with the creative power of the universe, with what I often refer to as your wonderful human imagination. This is the God within you, and it is ever present, all powerful, and the true source of all that you experience in your world. When we say everyone leaves, we are acknowledging the transient nature of our external experiences. We are recognizing that all things in this world of Caesar are temporary, fleeting. But in this recognition, we open ourselves to a profound realization. The only constant in your life is you, not the you of flesh and bone, but the divine you, the I am that is your true self. This I am is the God within you. It is the creative power that shapes your reality. It is the awareness that observes your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and it is the only thing that truly never leaves you. Everything else, every person, every circumstance, every material possession is but a shadow, a reflection of your inner state. Now, you might be thinking, but Neville, this sounds isolating. Are you saying we should push everyone away? No, my dear friends, that is not what I'm suggesting at all. Instead, I'm inviting you to shift your perspective, to realize that your true power, your true essence, lies within you and not in the external world. When you understand this, when you truly grasp that you are one with the divine creative power of the universe, you will never feel alone again. You will realize that you have within you everything you need to not just survive, but to thrive, to create, to manifest the life of your dreams. Let me share with you a simple truth that has transformed countless lives. Your imagination is the God within you. It is the creative power through which all things are possible. When you learn to harness this power, when you learn to live from the end, to experience in your imagination the reality you desire, you become the master of your own destiny. You see, the world around you, with all its people and circumstances, is nothing more than a mirror reflecting back to you your own inner state. When you change within, the reflection must change without. This is the law, and it is immutable. So when we speak of learning to survive alone, what we're really talking about is learning to tap into the infinite power within you. It's about realizing that you are the operant power in your world. You are the one who decides what your experience will be, regardless of external circumstances. Now, let's delve deeper into this concept of being alone. In the world of Caesar, being alone often carries negative connotations. We're told that humans are social creatures, that we need others to thrive. And while it's true that relationships and connections can enrich our lives, it's crucial to understand that true fulfillment, true peace, true power comes from within. When you learn to be comfortable in your own company, when you learn to rely on your own inner resources, you become invincible. No external circumstance can shake you because you know that you carry within you the power to change any situation, to create any reality you desire. This is what it means to truly survive alone. It means to stand firm in the knowledge of who you really are. A divine being, one with God, possessing infinite creative power. It means to live from that state of awareness, to operate in the world from that unshakable foundation. But how do we achieve this state? How do we come to this realization and begin to live from it? The answer, my friends, lies in the practice of what I call the law. This law is simple yet profound. Imagine the reality you desire, feel it as real, and it must come to pass in your external world. You see, your imagination is not some fanciful, idle daydreaming. It is the very workshop of creation. When you imagine, you are engaging the God within you. You are exercising your divine creative power. And when you couple that imagination with feeling, when you feel the reality of what you've imagined, you set in motion the forces that will bring that imagined reality into your physical experience. This is how you not only survive but thrive when everyone leaves. You realize that you never needed anyone else to complete you, to fulfill you, to make you whole. You always had within you everything you needed. The people in your life, the relationships, the connections, these are all wonderful expressions of your inner state, reflections of your consciousness. But they are not the source of your happiness, your success, your fulfillment. You are the source. Let me give you an example to illustrate this point. Imagine a young woman who has just gone through a difficult breakup. In the world of Caesar, she might feel lost, alone, incomplete. She might believe that her happiness walked out the door with her former partner. But if this young woman understands the law, if she grasped the truth of her own divine nature, she would see the situation very differently. Instead of focusing on the loss, on the absence, she would turn within. She would use her imagination to create the reality she desires. Perhaps she imagines herself confident, joyful, and fulfilled. Perhaps she feels the reality of being in a loving, supportive relationship. Or perhaps she imagines herself thriving in her career, surrounded by friends, living a life of purpose and passion. The key is this: whatever she imagines and feels as real must by law be reflected in her external reality. This is not wishful thinking or positive affirmations. This is the operation of cosmic law. This is the creative power of God, the human imagination at work. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, isn't this selfish? Shouldn't we be focusing on others, on building relationships and connections? And to this, I say, there is no greater service you can offer to the world than to realize your own divine nature, to manifest your highest self, to live from the state of the person you wish to be. You see, when you do this, when you live from the end, from the state of your wish fulfilled, you automatically uplift everyone around you. You become a living example of what's possible. Your very being becomes an inspiration, a beacon of light in the world. Moreover, when you understand that everyone in your world is you pushed out, a reflection of your own consciousness, you realize that by changing yourself, by living from your higher state, you are quite literally changing the world. You are improving every relationship, every interaction, every circumstance in your life. This, my dear friends, is the true meaning of learning to survive alone. It's not about isolation or self-sufficiency in the worldly sense. It's about realizing your oneness with God, your true identity as the operant power in your world. It's about understanding that everything you seek, love, success, fulfillment, peace, is already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. Let's explore this concept further through the lens of various life situations. Consider the realm of career and success. Many people believe that their success depends on external factors, on knowing the right people, on being in the right place at the right point, on having the right qualifications or background. But I tell you, true success comes from within. When you imagine yourself successful, when you feel the reality of being the person you wish to be in your career, you align yourself with that state. You begin to think, speak, and act from that state of success. And inevitably, the outer world must reorganize itself to match your inner assumption. I've seen this principle at work countless times. I remember a young man who came to one of my lectures. He was struggling in his career, feeling stuck and unappreciated. I advised him to imagine himself in the position he desired, to feel the satisfaction and confidence of being successful in his field. At first he was skeptical, but never, he said, I don't have the experience or the connections. How can simply imagining make a difference? I told him to persist in his imaginal act, to make it so real that he could taste it, feel it, live it in his mind. Weeks later, he returned with a beaming smile. Not only had he been promoted to the very position he had imagined, but opportunities he had never even considered had begun to flow into his life. You see, when he changed his inner state, when he began to live from the end in his imagination, the outer world had no choice but to conform to his new self-concept. This, my friends, is the power you hold within you. This is how you thrive when it seems like everyone has left, when the outer world seems unsupportive or even hostile to hope. You turn within, you imagine the reality you desire, and you live from that state. Now let's turn our attention to the realm of relationships, for this is often where the fear of being alone is most keenly felt. Many of you may have experienced the pain of loss, the ache of heartbreak, the fear of abandonment. And in those moments, it can feel as though a vital part of you has been torn away. But I am here to remind you of a profound truth. No one can complete you because you are already complete. You are whole, perfect, and complete in your divine nature. The love you seek, the companionship you desire, These are all within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. When you understand this, when you live from this truth, you free yourself from the desperate need for others to fill a perceived void in your life. You become magnetic, attracting into your life people and relationships that reflect your inner state of wholeness and love. Let me share with you the story of a dear friend who grasped this truth and transformed her life. She had been through a series of unfulfilling relationships, each ending in heartbreak and disappointment. She came to me feeling depleted, wondering if she was destined to be alone forever. I asked her a simple question. Who would you be if you were in the perfect relationship? How would you feel? How would you carry yourself? I encouraged her to imagine herself as that person, to feel the joy, the confidence, the love that she would feel in her ideal relationship. At first, she found it challenging. The pain of her past experiences kept intruding on her imaginal scene. But I urged her to persist, to make her imaginal act more real than her memories of past disappointments. Gradually, she began to feel a shift. She noticed that she was becoming more confident, more joyful, more at peace with herself. She no longer felt the desperate need to be in a relationship. And then something remarkable happened. Not only did she begin to attract healthier, more fulfilling relationships into her life, but she realized that she had fallen in love with herself. She had discovered the wellspring of love within her own being. She understood, perhaps for the first time, that she was complete in herself. This, my dear friends, is the liberating truth I want you to grasp tonight. When you realize that you are complete in yourself, when you tap into the infinite love and power within you, you free yourself from the fear of being alone. You learn not just to survive, but to thrive in any circumstance. Now, let's address another aspect of our topic, the fear of death. For in the world of Caesar, death represents the ultimate leaving, the final solitude. Many live in fear of this moment, seeing it as the end of everything, the ultimate separation. But I tell you, death is but a transition, a shift in consciousness. When you understand your true nature as a spiritual being, as one with God, you realize death holds no power over you. Your true self, your I am, is eternal and unchanging. In fact, I encourage you to practice dying daily. By this, I mean to die to your old concept of self, to let go of limiting beliefs and negative self-images. Each night as you go to sleep, imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. Feel the reality of your wish fulfilled. Then, as you awake each morning, carry that new self-concept with you into your day. This practice of dying daily to your old self and being reborn to your ideal self is the key to personal transformation. It is how you survive and thrive in a world where everything is constantly changing, where people come and go, where nothing in the world of Caesar is permanent. Remember, my friends, that your true home is not in this world of shadows and reflections. Your true home is in the realm of imagination, in the kingdom of God within you. When you live from this awareness, you are never truly alone, never truly abandoned, never truly at the mercy of external circumstances. Let's now turn our attention to the practical application of these principles in your daily life. How do you begin to live from this state of divine awareness? How do you tap into the God within you and create the life you desire? The first step is to still your mind, to quiet the incessant chatter of your physical senses and your rational mind. This is why I often emphasize the importance of meditation and contemplation. Find time each day to sit in silence, to turn your attention inward. As you sit in silence, bring to mind the reality you wish to experience. See it clearly in your mind's eye, but don't stop at mere visualization. Engage all your senses. If you're imagining a successful career, feel the satisfaction of achievement. Hear the congratulations of your colleagues. Feel the weight of responsibility and the thrill of new challenges. If you're imagining a loving relationship, feel the warmth of your partner's embrace. Hear the words of love and support. Feel the deep sense of connection and understanding. Whatever you're imagining, make it as real and as vivid as possible. And here's the crucial part. Feel the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the sense of accomplishment, as if what you're imagining is already your reality. This feeling, this emotion, is the secret to effective manifestation. For you see, the subconscious mind, which is one with the universal creative force, doesn't distinguish between what you're experiencing in your physical reality and what you're experiencing vividly in your imagination. When you feel the reality of your imagined state, you impress that reality upon your subconscious mind, and it begins to work tirelessly to bring that reality into your physical experience. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, I've tried this and it didn't work. I imagined what I wanted, but nothing changed. To this, I say persistence is key. You must return to your imaginal scene night after night, impressing it upon your subconscious mind until it feels more real to you than your current physical reality. Remember, you are undoing years, perhaps decades of negative thinking and limiting beliefs. You are reversing the momentum of your old thought patterns. This takes time and consistent effort. But I assure you, if you persist, if you remain faithful to your imaginal act, it must bear fruit in your physical reality. Moreover, you must learn to live from the state of your wish fulfilled. This means aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the person you are imagining yourself to be. If you're imagining financial abundance, start treating yourself as if you are already wealthy. If you're imagining a loving relationship, start treating yourself and others with the love and respect you envision in your ideal relationship. This is what I mean when I speak of living from the end. You don't wait for your outer world to change before you change your inner state. You change your inner state, and your outer world must follow suit. Now let's address a common concern that arises when we speak of creating our own reality. Many worry, if I'm creating my reality, does that mean I'm to blame for all the negative things in my life? And to this I say, let go of the concepts of blame and fault. These are limiting beliefs that keep you trapped in a cycle of guilt and self-recrimination. Instead, embrace the empowering truth that if you can imagine it, you can create it. Your past thoughts and beliefs may have contributed to your current circumstances, but your future is determined by your present thoughts and beliefs. You have the power right now, in this very moment, to begin creating the life you desire. This understanding is particularly powerful when it comes to healing from past hurts and traumas. Many of you may have experienced abandonment, betrayal, or loss. These experiences can leave deep scars, making it difficult to trust, to open your heart, to believe in the possibility of love and connection. But I tell you, no matter what you've experienced in the past, you have the power to heal. You have the power to rewrite your story, to create a new narrative for your life. And it all begins in your imagination. Imagine yourself healed, whole, and complete. Feel the peace that comes with forgiveness, the joy that comes with self-love, the confidence that comes with knowing your own worth. Live from this state and watch as your outer world begins to reflect your inner healing. Remember, everyone who has ever hurt you, everyone who has ever left you, was simply playing a role in the story you were telling. As you change your story, as you revise your concept of self, the characters in your life will either change to match your new narrative or they will exit stage left, making room for new characters who align with your new self-concept. This is the true meaning of learning to survive alone. It's about recognizing that you are the author of your life story. You are the creator of your reality. You have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. Now, let's talk about the concept of revision, a powerful technique that can help you reshape your past and consequently your present and future. Revision is not about denying what happened, but about reinterpreting events in a way that empowers you and aligns with your desired reality. For instance, if you've experienced a painful breakup, instead of replaying the hurt and betrayal in your mind you have seen, imagine the relationship ending amicably, with both parties wishing each other well. Feel the peace and closure that comes with this revised scenario. Or if you've lost a job, instead of dwelling on the feelings of rejection and failure, revise the scene. Imagine your former employer congratulating you on moving on to bigger, better opportunities. Feel the excitement and optimism of new beginnings. By revising past events in your imagination, you're not changing what physically happened, but you are changing your emotional response to those events. And since your emotional state is what creates your reality, this revision can have a profound impact on your present and future experiences. This practice of revision is particularly powerful when it comes to healing feelings of abandonment or betrayal. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim of others' actions, you begin to see yourself as the powerful creator of your own experience. You realize that no one can truly abandon you because you are never alone. You are always one with the divine, with the God within you. Now, I want to address something that many of you may be feeling as you hear these words. You might be thinking, Neville, this all sounds wonderful, but it feels selfish. Shouldn't we be focusing on helping others, on making the world a better place? To this I say, there is no greater service you can offer to the world than to realize your own divine nature and to live a nature. When you tap into the God within you, when you begin to create consciously and deliberately, you become a beacon of light in the world. Your very being uplifts those around you. Moreover, when you understand that everyone and everything in your world is you pushed out, a reflection of your own consciousness, You realize that by changing yourself, you are changing the world. As you cultivate love, peace, and abundance within yourself, you naturally extend these qualities to everyone in your world. This is the true meaning of being your brother's keeper. It's not about trying to change others or fix their problems. It's about embodying the change you wish to see in the world. It's about living from the state of the person you wish to be. And in doing so, inspiring others to recognize their own divine nature. Let me share with you a powerful practice that can help you embody this understanding. Each night, before you go to sleep, I want you to imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. See yourself living the life you desire, embodying the qualities you admire. But don't stop there. As you imagine this ideal version of yourself, extend that same love, success, and fulfillment to everyone in your world. See everyone around you thriving, joyful, and fulfilled. Feel the happiness that comes from knowing that as you prosper, so does everyone in your world. This practice not only accelerates your own manifestation process, but also cultivates a deep sense of connection and oneness with all of life. You begin to understand experientially that there is no separation, that we are all one in consciousness. As you continue this practice, you'll find that your fear of being alone, your fear of abandonment begins to dissolve. You realize that you can never truly be alone because you are one with all of life. You are one with God, the creative power of the universe. Now let's delve deeper into the concept of states of consciousness, for this understanding is crucial to mastering the art of conscious creation. Every experience you have, every circumstance in your life, is the result of the state of consciousness you're occupying. A state is simply a mindset, a way of being. It's the sum total of your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings about yourself and the world. When you change your state, when you shift your consciousness to embody different thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, your experience must change to match your new state. This is why it's so important to mind your inner conversations, to be aware of the thoughts you're thinking and the emotions you're feeling throughout your seal. These inner conversations, these habitual thought patterns, are creating your reality. If you find yourself constantly thinking thoughts of lack, of loneliness, of abandonment, you're occupying a state that will continue to create experiences that match those thoughts. But the moment you shift your consciousness, the moment you begin to think thoughts of abundance, of connection, of divine companionship, you move into a new state. And your reality must shift to reflect this new state. This understanding is particularly powerful when it comes to dealing with the fear of being alone. You see, loneliness is a state of consciousness. It's not determined by your external circumstances, but by your inner perception of those circumstances. You can be in a room full of people and feel desperately alone if you're occupying a state of loneliness. Conversely, you can be physically alone and feel deeply connected and fulfilled if you're occupying a state of divine companionship, of oneness with God. The key then is to consciously choose the state you wish to occupy. And you do this through your imagination. By imagining yourself in the state you desire, by feeling the reality of that state, you begin to shift your consciousness. And as your consciousness shifts, your reality must follow suit. Let me give you a practical exercise to help you master this skill of state shifting. Choose a state you wish to embody. Perhaps it's confidence, or love, or success. Now, close your eyes and imagine a scene that implies you are already living from that state. Make it as vivid and as real as possible. For instance, if you're imagining the state of confidence, you might see yourself giving a powerful presentation to a room full of attentive listeners. Feel the confidence coursing through your body. Hear the applause at the end of your talk. Feel the satisfaction of knowing you've made a positive impact. Now, here's the crucial part. Carry this feeling with you throughout your day. When you interact with others, when you go about your tasks, do so from this state of confidence. Speak, think, and act as the confident person you've imagined yourself to be. At first, this might feel like you're pretending or playing a role. But I assure you, as you persist in this practice, it will become more and more natural. You'll find yourself spontaneously thinking and acting from this new state. And as you do, you'll see your outer world begin to reflect your inner state. This practice of consciously choosing and occupying states is the key to mastering your life experience. It's how you learn not just to survive, but to thrive, regardless of external circumstances. It's how you become the conscious creator of your reality. Now, I want to address a question that often arises when we discuss these principles. Many ask, Neville, if I can create my reality through my imagination, why do bad things stay? Why do I still experience loss and pain? To this I say, remember that you are in the process of awakening to your true nature as a divine creator. You are learning to use the power of your imagination consciously and deliberately. But for much of your life, you've been creating unconsciously, reacting to circumstances rather than consciously choosing your state. Moreover, you are surrounded by the thoughts and beliefs of others, by societal conditioning that often runs counter to these principles. It takes time and practice to overcome these influences and to consistently create from a place of conscious awareness. But here's the empowering truth. Even when challenging circumstances arise, you have the power to choose how you respond. You have the power to revise your experience, to find the gift in every situation, to use every experience as an opportunity for growth and expansion. This is what it means to be the operant power in your world. It doesn't mean that you'll never face challenges or that everything will always go smoothly. It means that you have the power to choose your response to every situation, to create meaning from every experience, to use every circumstance as a stepping stone to your desired reality. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to leave you with a powerful reminder. You are never truly alone. The God within you, your own wonderful human imagination, is your constant companion, your unfailing friend, your source of infinite possibility. When you fully grasp this truth, when you live from this understanding, you free yourself from the fear of abandonment, from the anxiety of being alone. You realize that everything you seek, love, companionship, success, fulfillment, is already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. So my dear friends, as you go forth from this place, I encourage you to practice living from the state of your wish fulfilled. Imagine the reality you desire. Feel it as real and persist in that feeling. Know that as you do this, you are engaging the creative power of the universe. You are activating the God within you. Remember, everyone lives in the world of Caesar, but in the world of spirit, in the kingdom of God within you, you are never alone. You are one with the source of all creation, one with the power that shapes universes. Embrace this truth. Live from this understanding, and watch as your world transforms to reflect the divine being that you truly are. Thank you, and may God bless you all.